Hey everyone, welcome back to Code with Me. It's time for Chapter 5, Control Flow. This chapter will unlock the real power of programming by teaching you how to make decisions and repeat actions. By the end, you'll have the skills to create dynamic programs using conditionals and loops. Let's dive right in. First, let's talk about decision-making with if, and else statements. Imagine you're deciding what to wear based on the weather. If it's sunny, you wear sunglasses. If it's raining, you grab an umbrella. And if it's cold, you wear a jacket. In C, this logic looks like this. The program checks each condition in sequence and executes the corresponding block of code. Next, we have the switch statement. This is like a menu at a restaurant. Based on your choice, you get a specific dish. Here's an example. The switch statement evaluates the value of choice and matches it to a case. The break statement ensures the program exits the switch block after executing the matched case. Now let's move to loops. Loops allow you to repeat a block of code multiple times. The first type is the for loop. It's like counting steps while climbing a staircase. You know the starting step, the ending step, and how many steps to take at a time. Here's an example. This loop prints steps from 1 to 5. The for loop has 3 parts: initialization, condition, and increment. The second type is the while loop. It's like waiting at a traffic light. You keep waiting until the light turns green. Here's an example. The while loop runs as long as the condition is true. The third type is the do while loop. It's like eating at a buffet. You eat at least 1 plate of food and then decide if you want more. Here's an example. This loop ensures the block of code runs at least once before checking the condition. We also have the break and continue statements. The break statement exits a loop prematurely. For example, C for int I equal 110, I++, if I equal 5, break, printf sent dni. This loop stops printing numbers once I equals 5. The continue statement skips the rest of the current iteration and moves to the next one. For example, C for int I equals 1, I equal 10, I++, if I sent 2 equals 0, continue, printf sent dni. This loop prints only odd numbers. Now let's apply everything we've learned in 2 real-life examples. First, a program to check whether a number is prime. C include stdio.h. Int main, int num is prime equals 1. Printf enter a number. Scanf sent d and num. If num equals 1, printf sent d is not a prime number and num, return 0. For int I equal 2, I equal num by 2, I plus, if num sent I equals 0 is prime equals 0 break. If is prime, printf sent d is a prime number num, else printf sent d is not a prime number n num, return 0. This program checks if a number is divisible by any number other than 1 and itself. If it is, it's not prime. Second, a program to find the factorial of a number. C include stdio.h int main, int num. Unsigned long factorial equals 1. Print enter a positive integer. Scanf sent d and num. If num 0, printf factorial of a negative number doesn't exist, n. Else, for n I is 1, I num I plus, factorial equals I. Printf, the factorial of sent d is sent lu, num factorial, return 0. This program calculates the factorial of a number using a for loop. For example, if you input 5, it calculates 5 times 4, 3, not 2, times 1, and outputs 120. And that's it for Chapter 5. If you found this session helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Code with Me. See you in the next chapter.